Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ray Rock here, back for another installment of How To Guide. Today, I'm going to show you how to use Jedi Master Loot to counter SLKR as well as Sith Eternal Emperor. The first team we're going to face here is Riley. He's running an R8 Slacker, and I'll show you the mods on his team. Afterward, I'll show you the mods on my team before we get started. So Riley is running a faster SLKR. It's clocking in at 572 speed, 11.4k damage, special damage 8483. His HUTs is on the slower side. Usually I run into 300 plus speed HUTs. This particular one is 288, 100% tenacity. His crew, again, is also on the slower side at 218 speed. Does have 81,000 protection and 110,000 health. 64% armor. Red Lobster is at 225 speed, 8272 damage. Special damage 6,000. And his First Order Stormtrooper, 109,000 protection, 205 speed, and 72% armor. So the team we're going to use to counter Slacker will be Revan Lead or Jedi Loot Lead, or Jedi Master Loot Lead, but typically I prefer Jedi Master Loot Lead because he will start off taunting, which will keep Slacker from hitting gas or anybody else. And whenever he does a poke, it does a stun on whichever character, and you can't cleanse it. So, and it's a great way to start O-Man Loot Lead because you can't stun him. All right, so it's Jedi Master Luke. And he's running at 538 speed, 126,000 health, 75,000 protection. I like to get more protection on him, but with my given the mods I have, this is the best I could do without taking away from my other characters. His damage is at 5279, armor is 63%, his special damage is 11,500. Gas is really the key here, but with Revan, you want him pretty fast as well, and I got him up to 324 speed. The damage is not so much important as the speed because you want to use this direct focus as often as possible. As I mentioned, gas need to be pretty decent speed. The best I could do is 281 right now. If you get it up to 300, that'd be great. But I do have his damage almost at 9,900. It's a 9,800 damage. Special damage 8,100. Hoda, 328 speed. Try to get him as fast as possible if you can, but 320 is pretty good for me. And Jedi Knight Luke, doesn't matter how fast it is because you're using him just for the AoE days. You do want him to hit hard. I got him up to 11,100 damage. Okay, we're going to start the battle. Here we go. Okay, first one we're going to do is do the AoE by O-Man Loot. That will reduce everyone's turn meter as well as hopefully put a ability block on everybody else. Slacker is going to do his thing, that's fine. We're going to give the foresight to the whole team with Hoda. And then instead of using the direct focus with Revan, we're going to actually pass the turn to Jedi Luke so he could use the mass stun on the team. Use the mass stun. With gas, we're going to try to reduce everyone's cooldown. So, unfortunately, we couldn't target Red Lobster or Hutt, so we're just going to stay on crew here. Okay, now with Old Man Luke, we want to use the daze to slow down, not to slow down, to reduce Slacker's ability, his cooldown ability. So we're going to use the middle ability and call gas, since it hit the hardest. Okay, now with direct focus, Red Lobster is dangerous because whenever an ally dies, he will cleanse everybody and give everybody turn meter. So we need to take him out first, since his turn meter is higher than General Hutt's. So we're going to target him and use direct focus on him. Okay, now we kind of have to watch out for Old Man Luke's protection, because once his protection is gone, he loses taunt. So we're going to use this inherited teaching, and we're going to call gas. Hopefully they'll finish off Red Lobster. Nope, not quite. Now we're going to give their Master's training to Old Man Luke, cleanses buff immunity. Giving a little more protection back. Okay, now we need to use inherited teaching to give some protection back on Old Man Luke. Again, you want him to taunt. Okay, now we have the option of switching targets. So we want to take out Hutts as soon as possible. And we are going to call Old Man Luke so we gain more protection. Okay, now with Jedi Luke, we're not going to kill crew right now. We want to switch to First Order Stormtrooper. And that way we can use this middle ability, which is Stored Advance. And we're going to give it to Old Man Luke. That will allow him to counter back on any attack on him. Now we're going to switch back to crew. We're actually going to call Revan. We want to reduce this direct focus cooldown. Okay. We're going to actually use the inherited teaching. We want to get his ultimate closer to 100%. So here again, we're going to call Old Man Luke, give him back some protection, use AoE to reduce everyone's cooldown, and hopefully ability block. Okay, again, use the inherited teaching, give the Old Man Luke, do the same thing, basic. Okay, we got a couple of different options here. We could use this daze, which is not necessary because, as you can tell, Slacker is almost down. He's one strip red. We could just use the basic, or we could use the inherited teaching. We're going to use the inherited teaching just in case if the basic doesn't kill him. And we're going to actually call gas. That should be able to finish him off. And there you have it. When we come back, I'm going to show you another battle on Slacker. Okay, our next battle is against Law Silas. He's running a R7 Slacker at 557 speed, 10,000 damage, 7,300 special offense. This Red Lobster is modified offense at 243 speed, 9,200 damage. Kylo Ren Mass 247 speed, 60,000 health, 85,000 protection. So it's not as tanky as Riley's. Armor 72%. General Hutt's modded for speed mods, but it's only 287 speed. 113% tenacity. And he's running a First Order officer instead of First Order Stormtrooper. Los Salas is 275 speed. So we're going to use the same team. Same principle, order attack. And Slacker will get his first turn, most likely to poke. He's going to do his thing, but that's alright. I'm going to just counter with Old Man Luke's AoE ability that will reduce everyone's turn meter and put ability block, hopefully on everyone. So AoE. And now we're going to put Foresight with Herman Yoda. And then we're going to swap turn meter from Revan to Jedi Luke, so we could do his AoE stun. Okay, and we're going to use, again, the AoE to reduce everyone's cooldown with gas. Stay on crew. Okay, now we're going to switch the target to Slacker. And we're going to use this They Grew Beyond Which Days and reduce their target enemy's ability cooldown. And we're going to call gas. Okay, now we want to target, again, Red Lobster is dangerous because he could, whenever an ally get defeated, he will cleanse the entire team, so we don't want that to happen. We're going to take him out first. Alright, so now we're going to use this Inherent Teaching, so Old Man Luke could recover some protection. I'm going to call gas. I'm going to use more Inherent Teaching. Give it to Old Man Luke again. More Inherent Teaching. Okay, now we're going to take out Huts next. I'm going to call Old Man Luke. Alright, now with Jedi Luke, we're not going to use Inherent Teaching. We're going to give him this advanced Steward Advance to Old Man Luke. That way, whenever you get attacked, he will counter. And we're going to target Slacker. I'm going to keep on targeting him. I'm going to call gas. Okay, now we're going to give the Master's Training to Old Man Luke. Will recover some protection, hopefully. Nope. But the Inherent Teaching here, he will. Alright, now you gotta watch his turn meter here. We're going to use the AoE Days, reduce his cooldown, and do ability block. And there you have it. Real simple battle. If you could get those speed that I mentioned before, get it close to the target speed, you should be fine. In a little bit, I will show you another battle. Okay, our next battle will be against the Devastator. He's running at R8 Slacker. And so one of the fastest Slacker on my chart, 551 speed, almost 13,000 damage, so he does hit hard. Special damage, 9,600. His Red Lobster, spotted for a lot of health, 100,000, 254 speed, 8,400 damage. His Kylo Ren of Mass, 222 speed, 205,000 health, 73% armor, so it's a little bit on the tankier side. His General Hutz is extremely tenacious. As you can tell, he's got 3 sets of tenacity mod at 273 speed, 207% tenacities. That is very tenacious general. 8,000 special damage. Last but not least, First Order Stormtrooper. Running all defense mod. 255 speed and 71.7% armor. So we're going to use the same team combo. Again, Slacker will open up the battle with his poke on Old Man Luke. That's fine. We're going to use the Old Man Luke AoE to reduce everyone's turn meter and put ability block and breach on hopefully everyone. As you can tell, General Hutz just cleansed the team, so we definitely need to take him out first possible. We're going to put the foresight on everyone with Holder. Then we're going to swap turn meter from Revan to Jedi Luke so he could do his AoE stun. And we're going to use gas AoE, but this time we're going to use armor, the kick first, this sudden strike before we do the AoE with armor shred and then AoE to reduce everyone's cooldown. We're going to switch target to we're not going to hit again. We're not going to hit Hutz because if we kill him, most likely Red Lobster will cleanse everybody because of that part of his kit. So instead, we're going to daze, I think. We're going to daze and reduce cooldown on Slacker. I'm going to call gas. Okay, now we're going to direct focus on Red Lobster, take him out first before we take out General Hutz. Okay, now we're going to have to use Inherent Teaching to gain back some health on Old Man Luke. I'm going to call gas. I'm going to put the Master's Training on Old Man Luke. That's what we don't want because whenever Old Man Luke loses health, he loses taunt. That means Slacker could do a poke like this to gas and stun him, and we can't cleanse that. So now we're going to have to use this, the teaching and try to put the protection back on Old Man Luke. Good. All right, now we are going to actually use the Store Advance and give that to Old Man Luke so he could counter if he get attack. All right, we're going to actually target first the Stormtrooper since the meter's fuller, and we are going to call Jedi Luke. We burn our Savior, which is fine. Here, again, we want to have Old Man Luke recover his protection. Right now, he's got none. So we're going to call, with the Inherent Teaching, we're going to call Old Man Luke. And we're going to target First Order Stormtrooper. Okay, now here we're going to use the AoE Daze, reduce everyone's turn meter. Hopefully ability block. And we got both. Good. We're going to use, again, the Inherent Teaching again. We're going to call Old Man Luke so we can recover more protection. Going to swap turn meter to Old Man Luke here. Going to daze him, reduce his cooldown. And we're going to call Holder this time so we can feed the team turn meter. Okay, now we got the direct focus ready to roll. We're going to use that, and that should be the end of the battle here. There you go. Got a little bit dicey there because Devastator's Slacker was hitting pretty hard and really knocked down Old Man Luke's protection real quick. But otherwise, wasn't too much an issue of battle, as you could tell. When we come back, I'm going to show you how to beat Sith Eternal Emperor with Old Man Luke. Okay, our next battle is against Maximilian. He's running a Relic 7 SEE. Again, modded for speed. It's real fast compared to Seville Dents. It's at 551 speed, 8,700 damage, 12,800 special damage. So it does hit hard. He's running a Sith Empire Trooper at 168 speed. Also running Moff Gideon, which is different than Cyril Dent's team, which use like Sith Empire. But Gideon is super fast. He's at 349 speed. And basically, again, it's to control turn meter. That's why he's running at that fast. Malak, 150k protection, super tanky. Tenacity, he's only 86% though. And he's also got Watt instead. Put the tank tech on Malak basically. And it's 270 speed, which is pretty slow compared to my Watt at 328. So going in, we're going to use the same team. Instead of dazing Darth Revan, who was the fastest character on the previous team, we're going to daze Moff Gideon to stop him from using his turn meter reduction on our team. Again, using the same mods as the last battle. Here we go. Again, we're going to put the weapon tech, not the tank tech, on Old Man Luke to speed him up even more. And that will hit harder as well. Now, we're going to target Moff Gideon and call Bastila to assist. That will daze and reduce his ability cooldown. Hopefully, that will also ability block him as well. And we did not get ability block, unfortunately. Okay. C is still in the link. That's fine. We're going to put the battle Master's Training on Old Man Luke. Again, we're going to feed all the buffs to him. I'm going to use a basic here and put it on Gideon. Do not attack Malak because he will drain Watt. We're going to try to keep Watt alive so we can dish out more buffs if possible. So we're going to use a basic on Gideon. Okay, now we're going to use the middle ability, Steward Advance, and keep that to Old Man Luke so we could have counter ability. Okay, now we don't have a choice but to attack Malak. Again, we're going to give this middle buff, Valley, to Old Man Luke from Bastila. He's going to drain, that's fine. Okay, now we're going to use the AoE. That should take out everybody but C, because all the buffs that we are given Old Man Luke. Nope, almost got Malak. And unfortunately, we lost Watt. That's fine. I'd like to have him give out the health tech to Bastila, but it is what it is. So we use basic feed turn meter. We use the basic here with Jedi Luke to strip that speed up buff. Going to use basic, hopefully get ability block, and we did. Okay, well now we're going to use the daze and increase C's ability cooldown, and we're going to call Jedi Luke, since he does hit pretty hard. Okay, basic. Basic. Okay, and so using basic here to ability block, again, we want to strip that speed up buff. So I'm going to use this third ability here. I'm going to use basic. I'm going to use AoE, hopefully land some ability block. Reduce his turn meter. Not much. Okay, now we got Master's Training. Again, Old Man Luke already got Master's Training, so we're going to give this one to Jedi Luke, and they both will assist on attack. Okay, basic. And there you have it. All right, in a little bit, I will show you one more battle. Okay, our last battle is against the Devastator. He's got a Relic 8C. And it's also running speed set. Not as fast as the last C from Maximilian, who was at 551. Devastator's C is at 514. But he does hit harder, 9,200 damage and 13,000 special damage, so gotta watch out for that. He does use the Sith Empire for ally. Darth Revan is a 341. Darth Bastila, she is at 294. Malak, running all tenacity, 211, pretty slow, but he's super tanky at 130,000 protection, 200% tenacity. And Marauder, 228, 9,000 damage. Again, same principle. We're going to use the weapon tech on Old Man Luke, and we're going to daze Darth Revan to prevent him from using his AoE fear on our team. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to switch target to Darth Revan. Again, we're going to put the weapon tech on Old Man Luke. I'm going to daze Darth Revan and call Bastila to assist, even though she won't be assisting because of Darth Revan's kit, but we'll be able to daze and increase his ability cooldown. And Sith Eternal Emperor is going to do his thing, Link. And we're going to do our thing, which is put Master's Training buff on Old Man Luke, and then we're going to give Stewart Advance from Jedi Luke to Old Man Luke, and then we're going to use Bastila's Rally, again, put all the buffs on Old Man Luke. So right here, we could hit DR, Marauder, but we're going to hit Darth Bastila because we want to get rid of that foresight. On the next turn, we should be able to damage her. Get the foresight off. Okay, now we're going to put this Store Advance on Old Man Luke. Malak does his drain. Now a lot we could do. Going to give the buffs to Old Man Luke with Bastila. Okay, now since Old Man Luke's got the buffs, we are going to use the AoE, and hopefully again we're going to take out everybody. And we do. So now it's basically whittled down Sith Eternal Emperor. Basic, I'm going to use basic here. Basic to feed turn meter to the team. I'm going to use basic for ability block. Going to use the daze, increases cooldown on his ability, and call Jedi Luke because he does more damage than Bastila. Basic. Basic for ability block. Basic again, feed turn meter to the team. Basic. And AoE, hopefully get ability block. We do. Going to use basic again. Basic. Just weighing him down. Okay, now it's Master's Training. Again, we're going to give the Master's Training to Jedi Luke this time. That way, Old Man Luke will assist. That should take out SEE. There you go. Simple as that. Again, you got to just make sure you always want to use Old Man Luke's Daze ability on the fastest character. And most of the time, it's going to be Darth Revan. The one case, as I showed you before, with Maximilian's team, he does have Moff Gideon, whose AoE will reduce everybody's turn meter. So definitely daze him first. But always, like I said, don't worry about Darth Vader, even though he get +8 bonus speed for each Sith ally and +8 speed for each Jedi enemy. The AI does not play it right. The AI does not use the Merciless Massacre to start. He just used Force Crush, so you don't have to worry about him just wiping your team out. And you could, again, just daze Darth Revan instead of Darth Vader. Well, I hope this guy helped you tremendously on your Squad Arena Climb, GAC, or Territory Battle. If you have any questions, feel free to throw it in the comment. I'd be more than glad to assist you guys. And until next time, may the Force be with you.